Hey, what's up? Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. It's Anthony with Eden Mandate LLC, restoring lives one home at a time, also with Four Squares Construction. So we're here at a property that we're selling. It's Narnia Drive here in York, PA. And the issue that we have is these are non-IC can lights, which stands for non-insulation contact. So basically what it's saying is that these are not rated to be surrounded by insulation. And as you can see in this attic, it's blown in insulation all around. All right, and it was blown right on top, as you can see with this one, right around the can light. And so the things with these incandescent can lights, these old school can lights, is that they get very, very hot. And so there's a new fire code that basically saying that you have to either get insulation contact rated can lights, or some people just replace them altogether with LEDs. All right. So in this case, this is an old school. This house was built in 2002, I believe. And so that was before this current code went into effect. And so I've already cleaned out the insulation around this particular can. Obviously, I'm not done yet, but I'm going to blow it around, scrape all that insulation up, and then cover it with what's called a can light cover. It's a rock wool, made out of rock wool material. Let me show you what it is. Picked up from Home Depot. And when you're up in attics that don't have floors like OSB, excuse me, you have to make sure that you're stepping on a cross beam, like what I'm doing right now. Otherwise, you'll fall right through the ceiling, which is not a good situation. So we picked up these here, recessed light covers from Home Depot. And so what I did was, I already did, I'm just doing the video now. As you can see, there's a electrical line ran right there. And so what I did was I cut with my blade, I cut a line here so I can get that electrical line through. And then you see here that I have grate foam that I'm going to seal around it to make it so no insulation can get in there ever again. All right, so that is a quick way to resolve an issue such as this. The other issue would have been was to replace these with insulation contact rated can lights, or pull these out, put LEDs in. Either way, it's a little more costly and a little more time consuming to do that. So the best thing you can do is just move, get all the insulation from around here. So I'll sweep it out really good. I'm going to put this cover over it. I'm going to seal it with foam around it so no insulation come in contact with it. And then we're done. The good thing about these covers are that they are made out of rock wool. I can't remember exactly what this is a byproduct of, but essentially it, oh, did I drop my, this ain't no good anymore. Dropped my mask. But basically this is heat resistant, so it'll be able to take the heat, absorb the heat without necessarily creating any type of combustible situation. So really cool, quick way to resolve an issue such as this. All right, it's Anthony. All right, so we've got the first one done. And now over here, this one has quite a few electrical lines in it. So we've cleaned out all the insulation that was around it. We got a little bit, I have a little brush that I'm gonna sweep everything up around it. But as you see with all these lines, I'm gonna have to do like I did over here, and I'm gonna have to cut into this rock wool and then foam it upon completion. So I'll show you what that looks like here in a few minutes. All right, now we're done. So we had two can lights that we have put the can light cover over, made out of rock wool, and we have spray foamed around it to keep all insulation out of its reach. We had to cut a couple of holes in the rock wool so that we could get the electrical lines through, and then you can see that we've grate foamed all around that to ensure no installation will be able to get through that as well. But not only do we prevent a fire hazard from allowing the spray-in insulation to make contact with the heated can light, but we have also prevented any type of draft from coming inside the dwelling. So a lot of times your heat will escape up through and in around the can lights, and also your cool air gets replaced by hot air through that. So now that we have created an airtight insulation around those can lights, they should see some added benefits from energy efficiency as well. So we're done. This is Anthony, Eden Manday LLC, restoring lives one home at a time, Four Squares Construction. We out here.